What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. I am here with a very special guest. You guys haven't seen him on the show before, but I always want to show you that it's possible. You guys can change your life in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and travel and live your dreams. So as you guys come in, you know what to do. Hit that like button. I also want you guys to drop your city and states in the comments. We have a gentleman from, technically he's gonna be from all over soon, but AJ, give us a little B-roll. Tell the audience who you are. Tell me your name.
So I always start off by saying that I'm the son of Patricia Perkins, because that's my heart, that's my mother. I dedicate everything to her. But my name is AJ Vassar. I'm currently living in Medellin, Colombia, in South America. Just enjoying life. Been out of corporate America now for I just had my year anniversary in July, and I've taken the last 4 months off from working. Just living life, man. Just enjoying it. Trying to help other people experience freedom. Like that's what it's all about.
So thank you guys. Oh man, we have Miss Joe Berg in here, South Africa. What's up? We have Marion, Arkansas. We got Jacksonville, Florida, Chicago, Nashville, Raleigh.
Shout-town.
We got Raleigh checking in. Memphis. Hey everybody. Thank you guys for coming in today. Drop your likes in here. Drop your cities and states. It helps us determine where to put new events on at. And so highlight there, Joe Berg. Thank you for coming in. So part of what I want you guys to see is I think we were on O'Shea show, or who show we were on?
I don't even remember whose show we was on.
Look, we was on the internet, okay? And the internets are powerful because it can connect you from all over. And I think we were making jokes about Atlanta.
Yeah. No. When we met, I was in Colombia.
Oh, okay.
But y'all was making jokes because I moved from Atlanta.
Yes. Yeah. So you guys, he has a really great story, and I'll let him tell. I don't kill it for him, but just the power of mental programming. That's literally your whole, brand.
Yeah, it is. I believe that we're all programmed, and we've been programmed since we were small, since we were kids. And your programming determines what you receive in life, So I realized that if I wanted to change my life, I had to change my programming. And what was ironic was I did it from my car when I was homeless.
Okay, you guys, listen. And so 5 years ago.
5 years ago, I was homeless in Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to McDonough, Georgia. That's the first place I slept at, underneath a light pole. So shout out to McDonough. I hate you. No, I like McDonough. But that was the first night I was homeless. So I'll never forget that.
And so what I tell people is, it's here.
Yes.
It's here because broke is temporary.
Yes.
Like that poverty though.
That's mental.
And so why I want to bring him on is because he went from in the car sleeping to entry-level job.
Yeah.
And show him how you Grant Cardone 10x that job. You Grant Cardone 10x that job.
So for me, a lot of it is, you always have to realize that as a man thinketh, so is he, right? So one of the first things I had to do on my car was realize that I'm not this person, right? This is a state that I'm in.
It's temporary.
This is temporary. This is not who I am, right? So then after that, it was just about changing my programming, which it's very interesting. I see somebody from Atlanta stand up. I just moved from there. So what I realized was, and this is literally how I realized I was programmed in my car. Okay, this is what happened. I was in my car sleeping one night, and if you're ever homeless, you have a lot of time to yourself. So I had a lot of time, and I started thinking about it, and I was just thinking about things that I know. So I'm gonna do it with you because I can hear them. But I want you. We haven't practiced this, but I want you to just finish what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Okay. Like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there.
Ba 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 ba.
I'm loving it.
The best part of waking up
is Folgers in your cup.
Whoever talks to you.
The radio.
Exactly.
Listen.
Look, you've been programmed your whole life to know these things. Now, it goes a little deeper because I want you to finish these statements. And most people can typically do 3 out of the 4. And hey, you guys can play along too, right? So finish these statements for me. It takes money to make
money.
Money doesn't grow on
trees.
Money is the root of all
evil.
All rich people are going
greedy, or going to hell.
Going to hell. There you go, right? Right. So what I realized is that I had an inner conflict because I can't want to get rich
and hate them,
and then I hate them while I believe they're going to hell, right? Because I don't want to go to hell, right? So I'm not going to get rich. So it really took me understanding that I had been programmed. So I first had to acknowledge that I've been programmed.
Yeah.
And once I realized I was programmed, then
you can change the program.
I realized I could change it. So then I just started reprogramming myself. And you know, I was always taught the first job I got from being homeless, it was my first job ever. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. Yeah. And I realized I've been programmed to think that you shouldn't get a job.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you're a real entrepreneur, you don't get a job. Like,
listen. And what people don't understand is using that money to float you.
That's
using that money to send you wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
Right? Y'all gonna behave today. I'm gonna get y'all out of this chat. Quit tripping, y'all. Y'all wow. Here you go. Anyway, no, I like this one. God bless you, brother. We're gonna talk about what you're doing. Go Patriots. Get that out of here. Go Patriots. No Patriots today.
That's hilarious. So shout out to the Patriots though. One of my teammates, Dan Conley, was on y'all Super Bowl winning team. So shout out to the Patriots, and that's enough of it.
So you got to corporate America. Now people have heard me on this channel. When you go to your job, you should be a superstar.
Always.
But to get where you got to go, right? And so people be like, "Oh, Grant Cardone church." Now, before we leave though, that mind thing is powerful. If you realize how many hours a day we spend in the car, like people commute an hour in the morning, hour in the afternoon, then they take the kids places. This guy was talking about mobile university. Make your car a mobile university. Right? And there's one audiobook I have that's 10 hours and it's nothing but motivational. And I've like listened to it driving like I used to drive 20 hours to North Carolina. Why? Because I was just so cheap. I was like, it cost me this much to drive and this much to fly. And I'd be like, but you're eating up all this time.
True.
Okay. So I would drive, and there's a book called The Power of Subconscious Mind.
Oh yeah, I have that book. That's one of the books that I was reading in my car.
And you know, the goal, like, and you have to listen to a book more than once.
Yes.
Or read it more than once, because this is what happens. You at a different place each time.
Every time, yeah.
And so now a new you is reading it.
Yeah, you read it with new eyes every time.
New eyes every time. So there's a book called The 3-Day Effect. Okay, and the 3-Day Effect says what happens is you go camp on a camping trip, or you put your feet in the ground in dirt 3 days, you reset, you get calm. Okay. They show all these things where the Boy Scouts come back so calm and confident. Kids go out.
Yeah. If you move out of the country and live in another country, that happens too.
There you go.
It takes about 3 months, but literally. So, so this is side note. When I went to Colombia last year, everybody that I met, they would always say tranquilo, and tranquilo means calm down. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I am calm. Like, what are you talking about?
Like,
yeah, they were like,
nah,
you're antsy. And it wasn't until some of my guys came from the U.S. to visit, and I was like, yo, tranquilo, like chill out, because we're antsy. We're programmed. Yeah, we're programmed to always. We love the climax. Like, we never enjoy the plateau. Yeah. We don't understand how to just chill out right here.
See, I'm telling y'all, when I told y'all I'm taking off for 3 months.
Oh yeah.
I've worked hard. I'm gonna enjoy
You have to learn how to enjoy it. Yeah. Like, working hard is cool, but I mean, even an axe has to take time to get sharpened again. Yeah. Right. So that really helped me to realize, like, yo, everything's gonna come, right? Because everything starts here anyway. Mm-hmm. So,
there's a good one, Wayne Dyer, No Limit Person. And he was like, if you notice, when you tell somebody you're gonna do something, all of a sudden they get resistant. They tell you who you are. Right. And so what you have to, in order to be a no limit person, you have to start, no, this is who I am. Because every day you get up, Grant Cardone, Celebrity Soul, every day you get up, you're selling yourself on who you are. and this is only temporary. So there's a channel, sadly, but it's called Invisible People, and it follows the homeless people in California, and they be talking to them, and it's like they be just in that struggle.
Yeah.
And when you try to talk to them about who they were before, it's like a lot of them start crying. They be like, "Oh shit, like I was something. Yeah. I'm somebody.
I am somebody.
I am somebody. I'm gonna get out of this.
Right.
I'm gonna be okay." Like one dude was like his wife and his son. His wife, you know, was going through divorce. Took the son because she's like, "I can't afford to live here with this kid."
Yeah.
Took him back to Alabama, and they said, "Well, when you gonna go?" He's like, "I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get on a bus and follow her." He's like, "But I lost. Somebody stole my wallet, my phone." He was renting a car and they towed it away, right?
Yeah.
That's how he was doing deliveries.
Okay.
Well, then he had to get his, somebody stole his wallet, he had to get his phone. And so now he was on a bicycle.
Wow.
Delivering food so he could get enough money to go. And the man was like, "How much do you need?
Yeah.
Well, I'll pay you just to go."
Yo, and so this is the thing, and we didn't even talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things so far is, and I'm gonna show you how quickly life can change for you. I was homeless in 2014. For Christmas of 2016, I gave 2 cars away. Like, it was just that fast. It was like in 2 years' time, I changed my mind. I literally changed my mind, and I gave 2 cars away for Christmas to total strangers. I just bought 2 cars and I gave them away. And I was like, that was the I've done since then. I've given away 4 more cars, and the last car that I gave away was probably the most special to me because I gave it away on my 37th birthday, and I gave it to my mother.
There you go. She out there just
living
like she probably got a Mercedes or Ferrari out there just.
She got a Nissan. She got a Nissan.
She out there like,
Nissan.
But you know, the funny thing is, cars are so integral to America.
They are.
And when you talk to people who can't get a car, it's like, it's what's stopping me.
Yes.
And if you want to tell them, honey, you can do it from here.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
There's a guy who followed Jim McCarron's show, and he didn't have a car. He was renting somebody's couch, and he was like, he could fix computers though. So he started riding around on a bicycle, going to fix people's computers, and actually started getting a job over the phone. And I see he made so much money. The people that were renting him the rooming house, not renting him the whole house because they had moved.
Wow.
And then they introduced him because he was such a hustler to their cousin. Yeah. And they got married.
Wow.
Because he's just a transition.
Yo, I'm telling you, and when people see you working,
they want to help you.
They want to help you.
Listen, these people on the channel know if they've watched this for years. I was working in park management.
Yeah.
I'm delivering pizzas, and people were like, "What do I got to do to help you?"
Yeah.
People were offering me $70,000, $80,000 a year jobs because they were like, "You come over here, you can learn this."
When they see you got a hustle,
you're trying to help yourself.
Yeah, that happens.
We go all down that
all the time, but you know what? Now going back to the corporate thing, right?
Right.
So I started in corporate America. I had to start entry because I'm homeless. I'm coming out of homelessness. So I had to go entry level, but I have a couple of things that I do. Yep. Number one, I feel like I always want to outwork the CEO, right? Because you have to realize that everyone's in corporate America, your favorite day of the month or your favorite 2 days, which is payday, is the boss's worst days of the month. Because that big chunk that he has in the bank goes out, right? Because he's paying you. So what I want to do was I wanted to make him happy he was paying me, right? And how I did that was I outworked everybody because that's something I can control, right?
Yeah, that's under your power.
That's under my power. So I believe in time compression. So let's say what we're required to do in a week, right? These are our requirements. They give us a week. I want to do it in 2 days. So by the end of the week, I have 2 weeks on you.
Yep, you're already ready.
I already got you by 2 weeks.
It's done already.
Mine is done. And what happens is I start getting momentum. So whereas you were smarter than me when you came in, because I'm compressing time over and over again.
So you coasting too. If I think I'm smarter than you, I'm a coast.
Yeah, you gonna coast.
There you go.
I'm not even a threat.
Yeah. Oh, you here? Okay.
Right. I'm out. I'm the
number one
person. Right.
Okay.
You just learned it. And by me compressing time over and over, I went from 30,000 to 90,000 in 13 months. in corporate America.
Whoop, whoop, hear that again. 30,000. Sorry, I got the second camera on. 30,000 to 90,000 in 13 months.
13 months. Just because.
Homeless, 30,000 to 90,000, 13 months.
13 months.
And this is in Atlanta.
This is in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Just because I understood how to compress time. The reason I brought that up, as you were saying how people wanted to start introducing you. The founder of the company was like, "Hey, I got this young lady I want you to meet." And I was like, like matchmaker, like dude like 78 trying to play matchmaker. Like,
because they can see good people.
They can see good. Yeah. Literally that's what it was. And like we never got together or anything, but it really
wink for that boss. Don't burn that bridge. We ain't never get together.
it was
oh no.
Okay, it was very interesting that even the founder of the company, how they can see when people are working. Because
see, I've done the job already.
Yeah.
So by the time you come in and do this job, I done did it before.
Yeah.
So if you tell me, oh, it's taking me all day to get it done, maybe I did this already.
I did it
before I hired you.
Yeah.
So I know how long it takes.
And I did it when I was struggling and hustling, right? So now I know I was making 150 calls a day.
Yeah.
So if you're not even doing what I was doing, I know you coached.
There you go. Well, and then you were saying you made like, instead of 50 calls a day, you would make like 70.
Yeah. So we were required. I was a recruiter for event planners, and we were required to make 50 calls a day. I realized I could make 50 calls by lunch. Right.
Now they over there spreading them all.
Right. So
ready to make the call.
Oh man. So I was a man. But you know what? I had been an entrepreneur before, so I'm like, yo, you're paying me to make calls? I'm like, yo, I had to do this for free. So I'm knocking calls out. That's nothing. And I didn't go to work to earn money. Right. I went to work. Give you a little background. I wanted to be a speaker. So the company that I worked for event planners. I knew event planners hire speakers. So I wanted to call as many as I can so they just start hearing AJ Vassar, AJ Vassar, AJ Vassar. So now I have the event planner from State Farm, Krispy Kreme, Wells Fargo, Walmart. I know them personally. Right? So I'm still working to get on stages, right? Because it's a hustle too. But I know them personally now, right? And so that was my fuel behind doing what I was doing. Yeah. Because it wasn't about.
You have a great plan.
Oh yeah.
See, people get there and they go, well, I went from 30,000 to 90,000, and now they're gonna be like, I'm here.
No.
I've arrived, right? Nah. Some other people would, but you know better because it comes in.
You gotta see the bigger picture. You gotta see the number one. Always realize what you're worth, right? Because if you're paying me 90. I'm probably making you 350.
Oh yeah, three to 10x.
Yeah.
Whatever you get paid, 3 to 10x.
Yeah, I'm probably making that. So, I use this system. I'm gonna do a little shameless plug. Yeah. I created an actual system called day grades, and I would grade my day, and I would hold myself accountable to my standard, not theirs. So then I could see. Am I getting an A for today? Am I getting a B, C, D, F, whatever? So when I look back a month later, just like accounting does in business, I don't have to say, well, did I have a good day 2 weeks ago? I go and I look at the grade. Yeah. And I can look at the grade for the week.
It's like this. It's a projection. When people tell me, oh man, Erica, all this stuff happened to me this year. No, it didn't. It happened to you last year. Yeah. The actions and now the consequences of last year are here. Yeah. That's
what happens all the time. And it's just like working out. Like you.
Honey, y'all know I'll be on that journey.
Yo. So since I've been in Colombia, I've lost close to 40 pounds now. Actually, no, it's 50 pounds now because I started at 297. And what I realized was you do the work today, but it won't show up for 4 weeks. Yeah. And then you do the work tomorrow, and that won't show up for 4 weeks. So it's almost like
building it.
Yeah, it's like a teacher's salary. Like you gonna work now, but you ain't gonna get paid for another month. Yep. But if you stop working, paycheck stop coming through.
There you go. Listen.
Life entrepreneur.
You ever see the pump water analogy?
Oh yeah.
Where you pump hard, and then you start slowing down, so eventually the water slows down, right? Yeah. And people don't understand that. Like when I talk to them, Eric, I want to retire in 2 years. But if you start today, 2 years gonna get here either way. But if you start today,
right,
putting money away, well, $25 don't seem like a lot, but it is.
Yo, I'm telling you.
You know.
I'm telling you, I'll tell people to do this. If you ever want to lose weight, do this. Just put on your calendar every week, just a pound. Like on Sunday, just put goal weight and then just make it a pound. Goal weight a pound. And it's a pound lower. In a month, you're like, yo, that's only 4 pounds, right? In a year, it's 52.
There you go.
And you'd be like, yo, my sister tell me all the time, like, yo, I could have lost 52 pounds this year. And I'll be like, yeah.
Well, and people will say, oh, I gotta lose 30 pounds, I'm gonna go all crazy. But no, if you 1 to 2 pounds a week,
that's it.
There's 10 weeks left in the year, is what I told. Like I told my friend this, and I told a couple of girls, I'm like, chill out. There's 10 more weeks left in the year. If you are consistently getting up every day, eating like you got some sense, right? Like with supplements, and you're working, like it'll get there, right? Because I can see myself in photos where my face is thin, then fluffy, then thin. You know, it's just like a pump water system. Just do. And
I'm working on my Spanish, as y'all can see.
You probably know 2 words, girl. Give me that drink over there. Give me the drink. Bring me the taco. Annette's word. Your mind can mold your life to whatever you want it to be. This is facts. Compounding effect. There you go. That's true.
Yes.
Good point. About your employer's work day / week, month.
Yeah. You want that to be when they pay you. You want them to be happy they paid you. Like my employer was happy to pay me because he didn't want me to go nowhere else. Because he knew he was getting a steal. Because I was out working everybody. And
there's a great thing that Grant Cardone talks about. Like the company will have like 6 employees. 2 are rock stars.
Of course, yeah.
2 are the worst. 2 is in the middle because they're comparing themselves to Poopy and car rock stars.
Right.
The 2 rock stars start getting attitude because guess what? They know you can't afford to lose them.
Yeah.
So he's like, that's the problem when you have small businesses because everybody knows. I know you doing shit.
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah.
They just keeping you good.
You know
what I mean? Like you provide value.
Yeah.
It's a value thing.
And my thing is always, and this is in life, even as an entrepreneur now, like always give more value than you receive in payment. Always. That to me, that's the #1 key to being successful as an entrepreneur, being successful as an employee, wherever you are, always give more value than you receive in payment. And once you understand the value that you can give, you know how to charge better. For me, when I first started coaching, I was, and I'm sad to say this because this is so bad. When I first started coaching, I was charging people $35 a month. $35 a month.
Honey, you didn't want your time.
Not at all.
You didn't want your time.
But I had this, I don't know why I thought this, but I was like, if I could just get 500 people. It's ridiculous, right?
Right.
But once I understood how much value I could give, now I charge $20,000 for a person to work with me one-on-one for the year.
And listen, y'all, you're not joking. Look, next year, you're not gonna call Erica Williams on the phone. They can be like, Erica Williams, that's a $20K charge.
I'm telling you.
And get y'all calls in this fall. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna visit Colombia. I'm gonna visit Italy.
Hey.
I'm gone. Straight up out here.
Connect with me because I do plan on doing a retreat in Medellin, Colombia next year. So
do it.
You gotta come.
You let me know when you gotta come. We're gonna work this out. We're gonna
Colombia is amazing. Yeah. Oh, plug for Colombia. One of the reasons I'm there, it has the perfect weather. Like people ask me all the time. So the weather stays between 60 and 85 all year round. It never gets colder than 60.
Without the crazy California.
Never gets, without earthquakes, homeless, none of that. None of that.
Needles in the street.
None of that.
It was set the football's crazy. Soccer. People
soccer. Yeah. You know what? And I got to, if we got any former football players on here, most football players know when you stop playing, you wonder if you'll ever put the pads on again. Like you have dreams about playing and So when I went to Columbia last year, I actually played on a real American football team. We won a championship, and I was thinking to myself,
you need all them photos.
Oh, I got some. I got some photos.
For the gram.
Yeah. I didn't put them on. I didn't put them up yet.
You don't have to put them up.
But I realized like freedom allowed me to do that. Right? I won a championship in a whole other country, played American football because I'm free.
But it started from phone calls.
It started from phone calls.
Started from phone calls.
First, it started from reprogramming.
There you go.
It started in my car, reprogramming. You know, and I tell everybody, you don't have to go to your car to start reprogramming yourself.
But I think there's a comfort in our homes, our apartments. We're comfortable.
Yeah.
And then something about the pain of change versus the pain of staying the same. Like, oh, this is so painful. I will change. Yeah. And that happens to a lot of people. So
I will say this, and this is for my brothers out there. Women, I'm not telling you not to do it, but this is something for my brothers. Our society has allowed us to be so comfortable that we don't change a lot. So one of the things that I do, and I would encourage any brother to do it, I take cold showers every morning. Woo! Because it's uncomfortable as hell.
See the rest on YouTube, y'all.
It is uncomfortable as hell. But what it does is it strengthens my mind to do something uncomfortable every day. So now when I have to do something later, it's easy because I've already started with a cold shower. See, I tried that Tim Ferriss thing. Yeah. And I tried to get you back into the shower. Like, oh no, I can't take it. Yo, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Even now. The Lord built me for more and more. I've been taking cold showers now since February. From February until now, I've taken 2 warm showers, and one of them, it's still difficult. But it really calluses your mind. It makes you uncomfortable. So to my fellas out there, man, do something uncomfortable every day. Sometimes, like for me, start with a cold shower, painful, but it makes life easier. Yeah. Jim Rohn says, the harder you are on yourself, the easier life is. The easier you are on yourself, the harder life is. And I believe that. Or what is it? Strong men make weak children. Because like your father's hustling so hard and make it so easy for you, and you just right. And then the grandchildren are the third generation have to fight again, right? Yeah. Or there's what is his name? Harry Truman. I posted up there. The president. He's like, they think I'm hell. I just told them the truth, and they thought it was hell. Wow. Right? So when I'm on here, people like, oh, you're being so harsh. I'm like, nothing's as harsh as life. Yeah, I promise you. Nothing beats you up like life. These are just words. I promise you. So I try to take it to life. You know, I try to take it to life. We start with cold showers. And then there's just other things that you can do to make yourself uncomfortable so that you don't get stagnant. You know, my mother used to always tell me stagnant stuff stinks. Oh, it does. But listen, you can't drive a parked car. No, believe me, I was in one. People be like, I need your coaching. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm stuck. You park, baby. Yeah. You don't need me right now. Yeah. You call me when you get out of the parked car. Yeah, I can't do that. But you can't do that. I can't do that for you. I can't do that, but yeah, man. But it's, you know what? We don't realize how quickly life can change, and I think that's why most people don't change. Yeah. Because you don't realize how quickly it can change. Don't ignore Wim Hof. Yeah, you okay. Like you look at it, but don't let it distract you too much. Because I said Wim Hof. Yes, that's where I started doing the cold showers from. Yeah. Yes. Somebody said they're flipping back and forth. Shock showers. Yeah. Polar Bear Club. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Pain is only temporary. How long it lasts. Yep. Ray Lewis. Yeah. And that bear spray, except for that bear spray he was spraying on himself. Talking about he was. Won't do that. He told me he was like I was hunting. This is deer spray. You know that steroids. Yeah. I'm like, come on, Ray. You know, hey. Ray, you 47 years old out here running like a 20-year-old. Come on. Leave Ray alone. He said, "Can I substitute the cold shower for something?" I know, but see, that's why you did it, because you want to do something. Yeah. Like always force yourself to do the thing you don't want to do. That's what gets you ahead. Yeah, right? They said the Napoleon Hill effect. Yeah. Okay, I like that. So what do I consult on? You know what? I consult on mental programming. Because if you can change their program, you can change your life.
Yeah.
Everything starts with the mind. That's why.
And you'll meet people and they'll be so beautiful with that mind.
The mind, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, the mind.
See, people don't understand
the
that.
mind is trash.
You be like, what happened to you?
Yeah, the mind is trash. And some people, what I see over and over again is, especially with taking courses and these online courses, I'm a fan for courses. I'm a fan for doing all of that. But you can take the best real estate course in the world, but if you still poor here, you gonna say it doesn't work.
Yeah. I've had people go, I took this girl class, it didn't work. I said it did, or you didn't.
Or you didn't.
Which one is it? Which one is it?
That's because what happens is we sabotage ourselves. We have what's called an inner conflict, right? When I was 297 and I was like, yo, I want to get to 240, you know, my inner conflict was I wanted to work out, but I wanted to eat cheesecake.
I had to let cheesecake go.
I didn't want to let it go.
You know, but it's temporary.
It is. But once you solve that inner conflict, I had a mentor said the longest journey of success is from your head to your heart. Because if you can get both of them to line up, your hand will follow. And a lot of times it's a constant fight between our head and our heart.
Listen, you preaching. So, y'all a super chat dollars up in here. He's preaching, okay? It's 150 of y'all in here. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Help me out here. AJ Vassar.
I just weighed myself yesterday. I'm 244.
244.
So, yeah, back down to my planning weight in college. So.
Okay, so.
How did I become homeless?
Yeah.
So this is a very interesting thing. My cousin and I, we had a business. We were doing great. Business was amazing. We actually created the mobile app for the 50th anniversary of the I Have a Dream speech. So like I was in rooms with Bernice King and all these people.
Living on top.
Man, and you know what? You stop focusing on what got you there, and I'm telling you, if you're not growing, you're dying. It happens all the time. And me and my cousin, we lost focus of our North Star. And man, it became a problem. And I became, I'm 6'3". I'm 6'3".
They like, what height?
Right, I'm 6'3".
Y'all foul. I hate y'all.
But we just lost focus. And our business just deteriorated because we lost focus. Now, and I'm very transparent when I tell people that I ended up homeless. I had a mentor, and I'll tell you his name. It's not a secret. His name was Sam Shepard. He was the #1 African American earner in Primerica. So at the time, I don't know what he's doing now as far as income, but at the time, Sam was making $140,000 a month. A month.
Yeah.
I went and told Sam. I said, Sam, I'm about to be homeless. I'm about to go out to Texas with my mom, and I'm gonna stay out there until I get back on my feet. Sam, like a loving father and mentor, said, no, you're not. He said, the first thing he said was, no woman wants a man that'll run to his mama when it's time to get hard. And I was like, yeah. And the second thing he said was, you'll learn more from your car than you ever would run into your mom. And he said, I have a safe parking lot you can sleep in. And I mean, how you gonna argue with somebody to make $140,000 a month? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't just tell me that, he had the results to prove it. Yeah. And then he shared stuff with me that he had been through.
Because what will happen is you would have went to your mom's and you would have repeated this cycle. At some point.
Of course.
At some point, we have to learn a lesson.
Of course.
There's a Dame Dash clip. I love it. I'll play it for you probably later. But literally, he's like, you keep getting the same lesson, and if you don't learn it, he'll be behind you, mocking you because you didn't learn it. And Dame Dash is the perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Learning how to work with people until it's too late, then there's nobody to work with.
True.
Right? You don't learn it one way.
And the interesting thing was, I feel like everybody has something that they're scared of. For me, being homeless was something that I was scared of because I had been an entrepreneur all of my life. And when, nobody in my family is an entrepreneur. So when I got a college degree and I went and opened up a barbershop and a beauty salon, they were like, yo, you're gonna be homeless one day. So that was always in the back of my mind, scaring me. So the times where I'd almost got homeless.
And they speak that over people.
Yeah.
They don't even know how dangerous that is.
Yo, and it was always haunting. You're gonna be homeless, you're gonna be homeless. So every time it got closed.
So now you're not over here, you look at like, oh, I just gotta be homeless.
Yep,
See, your energy can't flow because you back here worried.
Yep. My head, my heart was never on point. It was never on point. But I went through that situation. Sam was right. So shout out to Sam Shepard, man. Yeah. I tell him all the time, man. I appreciate him for giving me tough love. Because as a woman, all the women in my life wanted to save me. You know, they were like,
because we want to
that's
help.
what women do. Y'all want to help. You know, my sister was like, it ain't no reason you sleeping in your car. And I got a big old house. And I'm like, yo, but and so what I would tell the story that really helped me through it was about the man and the butterfly. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you guys don't know it, I'll share it really quickly. But there was a man that was walking by a cocoon, and he saw a caterpillar struggling or a butterfly struggling to get out of the cocoon. And he watched it for about 30 minutes, and it just kept struggling. And he thought, well, let me help it. Mm-hmm. So he takes out his pocket knife and he cuts the cocoon
mm-hmm.
open. And what fell out was a half caterpillar and a half butterfly. And it never flew, because what he didn't realize is that during that process of the caterpillar breaking out of the cocoon, mm-hmm. he actually forces blood into his wings, and it grows, and that's how he gets the strength to fly. Yeah. So I used to always tell him, like, yo, you can't save me. Don't save me. Like, because if you save me, I'm never going to fly.
I can't remember the quote, but it's something about when we interrupt someone's lesson.
Ooh, yeah.
When we keep it, you can't, you're supposed to enable somebody, but not hinder their lesson. And I was here in Austin, like, hard-headedly learning a lesson twice.
Yeah.
I had a set of friends be like, look, I can get you this $80,000 job, but there's something you need to learn.
Yeah.
Right? And like with all the love that your friends can give you. Right? Yeah. Like, I want to help you, Erica, but there is something happening here in your process of how you spend money, how you do things, how you invest, that is off.
Yeah.
Like, and it wasn't even hurtful because it was true.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Where you're like, I don't even know how I got here.
Yes.
Right? And so it's just one of those things. And then I've been traveling all this year. And when they see me, they like, see, like I knew what I said was right because it was something greater coming. Right. And
we can't cheat the process. That's the thing, yo. You cannot cheat the process. Like, no matter what, the process is the process. The only way to get stronger is to lift heavier weight. Right? Mm-hmm. I can't say that I want to be strong, but then I tell you to help me every time I'm under a squat machine. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
You never pushed it. Oh, there was a black guy saying him and his friend was thin, and they would do 180 all the time. For 4 years, they would just and they thin. And he says, what if we do 200? Mm-hmm. Go. 220. Go.
Yeah.
240. And he's like, oh my God, we're stronger than we thought.
Yeah.
Right? But
it's all of it. Mm-hmm. And all of us are stronger than we think. Like, the only thing that stops us is us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's lining up your head and your heart. So really, if you like, I guess the easy part to say what I can soda on is really just lining up your head and your heart.
Yeah.
Because that's like I said.
Because we can see from the outside.
Oh.
When I'm on the phone, people, I start my phone calls off, and y'all can still just, I don't care. What is it you're currently doing, and what is it you want to be doing?
Yeah.
Because they'll tell you their whole life story. Yeah. They tell you every bit of the process, and when you get there, you go, this is the missing piece. Yeah. Because you're so in it, you can't see.
Yo, I tell my clients all the time, it's hard to see the picture when you're the frame.
Yeah.
If you're the frame, you can't see the picture.
Yeah.
So, and that's what happens. We're so, like you said, we're so in it, we can't see.
Yeah. And like when I'm putting this planner book together, I put it together and say, where are you going to be in 5 years, a year from now? Because people will say something. They have no steps to get there. Yeah. So you already there.
Yeah.
And what you're doing right now is what you're gonna be doing in 5 years.
Going through the process is so amazing because it teaches you stuff like be persistent. Like and this is not an knock on Erica.
No.
So I reached out to Erica back in June, and we got our tables crossed. Now the old me would have been like, oh, she too good. She ain't had time for me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm gonna do it on my own. the smart me was like, reach back out because you can learn something, right?
And he missed the boat party because he could have reached out.
He
missed the boat party, and he was here. He was here, y'all. Please make him feel bad on his
I missed the boat party. And so let me tell you, and I'm gonna tell you something else. So great thing about freedom, right? The reason I'm in Austin, Texas is because my cousin, who's also my best friend, is an athletic director at a Christian school in Leander, Texas, which isn't too far from here.
Yeah.
He started a football program this year and they ran out of money for a football coach. So he called me and he was like, yo, I need a coach and I can't pay you. And I know you don't need the money. So come up here.
Come with your free self.
Right. That's my best friend in the world. Like we got pictures of us in the crib together. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yo, that's why I'm free. So I can do stuff like that for my friend and my family. Right. I had the choice. I had to ask nobody. I had to consult with nobody. I talked to my boss, which is me. I was like, yo, let's run it. So I've been in Austin since July, and I missed the boat party.
You missed the boat party. See, here's the thing. This is what I tell people. If you ever in Austin and you want to see me, you better be consistent because I literally get like 100 messages a day.
Yeah. See, and when I look back, I was like, because I'm about to leave Austin.
And he leaving like that.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm leaving and going
All right.
back. So I was like, I have to reach out to her again. I have to reach out. And that was my thing. I was like, I got to reach out to you. And I was going to pound you this time.
We could have had tacos. You could have been on the boat party.
Tuesday.
You could have been down here partying on 6th Street. See, he missed out, y'all. You got to follow up.
She played. I reached out. I'll show you my phone.
What's the difference between accountability and judgment?
So to me, the difference between accountability is accountability has no emotions in it, right? It's just
you're just following up. Hey, are you?
Yo, are you? Yes or no?
Are you? Yeah.
Yes or no? Judgment comes with feelings like, oh, you ain't follow up. I knew you weren't consistent. Yeah. Or it brings all the emotional stuff in there. Accountability is when I look at my day grade system. It's just A, B, C, D, or F. Like, what'd you get? Like, that's it. Like,
and be honest enough with. See, this is the thing. I tell people don't do self-evaluation. Not true. Like, you got people out here like, I deserve a hot model and a Corvette. But like, bro, you've been at Best Buy 2 years. What you doing? Like, you have to match it up. And so accountability, it starts also with yourself.
Yes. And
having a self-evaluation, because how can you have an accountability partner if you don't know where you're trying to go?
Right. Hey, and you know what? I will, anybody that's on here, I'll give you my day grade system.
Yeah. We can wait for you stuff. No, I'm just messing around. You can.
No,
we'll put his
yeah, you can get my day grade system. Yeah. And I wrote a book called Day Grades.
Blog. Yeah, we'll have your links all up in
there. Yeah, it's to me, personal accountability is amazing. Do I do visualization boards? Not in the sense that you're probably thinking, where I actually put them up.
Yeah.
What I do is, so let me put this disclaimer up. I'm a pastor's son. So what I do is and I'm very non-traditional in my beliefs. So when I pray, that's where I visualize, and my prayer is not asking for anything because I feel like I'm a creator. So
for me, it's a conversation.
Yeah, I create. You know. I feel it. So this is the thing, right? I felt before I ever went to Colombia, I felt like I was in Colombia. I was listening to Spanish
music.
And I was, I started salsa and and it's a feeling. Like making six figures is a feeling. Making $1 million is a feeling. And if you can ever feel that way, then you can maintain that feeling throughout, your life changes because you walk around with a different we're energy beings. So you feel it. Connect with people.
So it was 171 of y'all on here. Thank you for being here today. Almost 200. I've seen like 200 or 300 people come in and out of the chat. So hit the like button, even if you have to leave us early at work. He has a Chicago accent. That's part of the story.
Hey, I'm from Illinois.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't say Chicago. My father was from Harvard.
Yeah.
But y'all don't play with that. So Wild Hunters, what's up? But I'm from a little town down south called Alton, Illinois. It's right outside East St. Louis. So yeah, little Illinois.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
Illinois, you know,
Glad you was able to
So my
catch it,
grandpa's
too.
up there,
Oh, really?
on West 92nd Street.
Okay.
He owns a bunch of rentals up there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he just sells them when he want cash. It's a whole family backstory, but anyway.
No, I love it.
The rest of the family's in Carolina, though. But so now we missed the part in the story because we've been vibing, which is
Okay.
right. But when you went from the 30,000 to the 90,000,
right,
giving away cars, you and that 90,000 point, what's that conversation you have with your boss? Because this is where we 4-hour work week coming here.
So these are a couple conversations you can have, right? So number one, I realized that I wanted more. I didn't want to be stuck, right? So sorry, I got squirrel. They know all.
Yeah.
So it's a couple of things I tell people to do all the time that you have, right? Always know that you cost your company way more than they pay you. So whatever your salary is, multiply that by 1.5. Okay? So your salary, 1.5. I think when I was making 90,000, I think I realized I was costing the company 120 or 130, right? So then you come and you say, look, instead of me costing you 120 or 130, why don't you just pay me 85 and let me be a 1099 and do what I want and work how I want to work, right? But remember, I've proven myself. I've worked hard. They see my work ethic. And for them, I'll be very honest, at the time, they were like, no, we don't want to do that, right? Because they wanted to keep me in wraps. That's what's up. 2 fingers, right? I'm still going to Columbia because I got my exit strategy was already mapped out. So I'm still going. 2 months while I'm down in Columbia, guess who I get a call from? Hey, can you do some work for us? Right, because I already put it out.
You already positioned it. They already know it can work.
Exactly.
They heard it, but that instinct always no.
Yeah, they was like, no. Because
they're trained to say no.
Yo.
They're trained, management and middle management are trained to say no.
Masters don't want you to be free. That's all
I'm saying. At all.
Masters don't want you to be free. So
here in Austin, they had so many people in Dale calling out for Fridays and Mondays that they just said, okay, twice a month they give out Friday and Mondays you work from home.
No.
Because it's so annoying to have so many people.
Right.
Fine. We just don't let it. Every twice a month, take your run home and shut up.
All I had to do was show them, and that's the thing, you have to show people that you're not scared to leave the plantation. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was just like, yo, I'm out of here. And for us, it was applicable because it just worked out. It was perfect timing for everything. And I think a lot of people just didn't believe I was going to Columbia. But when I said I was,
because people say they're going to listen. I've been saying for a year and a half, I'm leaving Italy. I'm going. I'm out of mind. I've been practicing Italy. I got videotapes. I've been practicing Italian, all this stuff. I'm like, you have to go.
So this is the thing. So in my freedom system that I created, I have what I call a freedom day. Once you set your freedom day, come hella hot water, leave.
I've been doing little mini freedom days where I just buy the ticket. I'm gone that day.
Yeah.
Whatever's happening around here is just gonna happen.
Yeah, I gave myself 12 months. Freedom Day. I gave myself 12 months. I did it in by May. And I don't even think I put it on Facebook yet, but one of my clients, I'm so proud of her, her name is Santana McLemore. We did her Freedom Day and she beat me by 2 months because she did hers in January and it was supposed to be for February and she did it in October.
She was gone.
She
was done.
Yo, I'm out. So
yeah. And see, here's the thing. People start, because I got these bills and these kids, but this is where like the thinking is scarcity.
Yeah.
When it needs to transform to abundance. So I'm not mad at all these people like, what books are you reading? What books are you reading?
Yeah.
Dude, you can read all the same books, but if you don't take any action.
Right.
Like I've been on the phone with people, they were making $200,000 a year and they ain't got no savings.
No. It don't matter. So I have friends that played in the league. It don't matter how much you make. If you make $1 million a year, but you spend $1 million and 1 cent, you broke. Like you broke because number one, you spent $1 million for $300,000 that you paid in taxes. So now you $300,000 in debt.
Listen, that is something I say on this channel. I go, people will literally tell me, "Oh, I make $100,000 a year." I go, "But is that after tax?
It's an after tax.
Ooh, they be getting hot.
Ooh, hey, I'm gonna tell you.
Don't you talk to them about that net.
The tax game. Once you learn the tax game as an entrepreneur, yo, life becomes.
I want them to, and here's my hesitation with that. I want them to take action first. Because there'll be people at home right now studying the tax game for 5 years and never take.
Oh yeah, no,
right?
this ain't something you can study.
Yeah, you gotta step out and be doing.
Yeah, you have to do it. Yeah, and you have to start practicing. And people say, well, I don't have this, so I can't start. Start doing what you said you were gonna do.
Yeah.
Little by little, right? We said we were gonna meet.
Yep.
The ironic part was we said we were gonna meet at 1 o'clock. Both of us was there about 12:40.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
we're
gonna be here.
Yo, I knew I was gonna be there. I left so early to where if there was a traffic jam, if there was anything, it was not gonna make me late because I gave you my word. I would be there about 1 o'clock.
Before agreements, please.
What's he know? What's he know about that?
Okay. Listen. I used to be late all the time, and my friends would be, it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
And I thought about it for a while. I'm like, you're right, it is.
Yeah.
It's a level of this, like, well, I'll get there when I get there. You can't do that.
No.
You can't do that. And we always joke about CP time, but I'm like, what you're saying is, you all right, you'll be there when I get there.
Yeah.
And what's funny is we're laughing because these colors are closer than you think. The lights make it a little different. And I was like, what you doing? You copied me? It's the energy. It's the energy.
You see mine popping brighter though.
Let's see what it said. All right, let's see. Oh man, likes gets 101 likes. Thank you guys. Abundance. All right. You need to make 250K in the employee game, but an investor game, 150,000. Now there's something I would say to that, because if you think about it, employee getting the highest taxes, investor lower taxes.
Yeah.
So you could be at a lower amount and then do just fine.
Still do just fine. And should I tell them about the FEIE? Should go ahead and tell them about that?
Yeah.
So I came on, I'm gonna tell you about this. Some people don't know this. There's a and this you have to take action. That's what I'm gonna tell them about this. There's a tax break called the foreign earned exclusion income. Foreign exclusion income something, whatever, FEIE. If you are out of the country working for 330 days, you can make up to $105,000 and it's tax free. So when you see these people that take these contracts and they go overseas and they be like, I'm making all this money, it's because when I was making $90,000 in corporate America, they took out $30,000, right? So people be like, oh, you make 90. No, I make 60. I make the government 30, right? But with the FEIE, what happens?
It's just out of focus.
Oh,
look at us. There we go. All right.
With the FEIE, you can make 105 and it's tax free. So there are reasons that people leave and go out of the country, and you can do it too, right? Yeah. I mean, nothing's stopping any of us. And the reason. And
it might even be cheaper. Yeah. There was a guy who wrote a blog about how he left California, and it was cheaper. Yeah. His year he was out of the United States, out of California,
I believe that.
With his stuff in storage in California than it was him living in California.
I believe that. But for me, the reason why I tell people to create a freedom date and I walk them through how to create it and what's the importance of it is because once you have that date solidified, it opens your mind to start thinking, how am I going to do it? The best question you can ever ask is how. Because once you say how, your brain starts going, right? It taps into your reticular activating system, your RAS. And I'll tell you really quick if you don't know it. A good way to think about your RAS, reticular activating system. If you've ever bought a new car, and once you buy that car, you see that car everywhere, that's your reticular activating system. You just told your mind.
Yellow elephant. And now you go see yellow elephant. I had a friend ruined it for me. He said, boob tattoos. And I had, I'm a woman. I don't look at other people's boobs. I don't even think about it. And now I see boob tattoos
all the time.
And I be like,
and that's that's what I help. That's one of the things I help people do is because if you can learn how to focus your mind on the right things, the possibilities are endless. Like for you to get better health, wealth, relationships, anything, because you understand how to see. We've never been taught how to see. We've never been taught how to see.
Y'all, so like when I'm on the manosphere sometimes, I'll be like, y'all are focusing your energy and your mind to these type of women.
Yeah.
The more you keep talking about, the more you keep focusing on, that's all he's going to see every day.
Yeah.
Now when I was here in Austin, now he been here. The black people are spread out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I said, I want to see for a week black men in tech. Let me tell you, every day.
Every day you said.
Just falling out of the sky. I went to the Round Rock, the HEB across from Dale. It was like 30 black dudes in there just shopping. And they all had a little badge on Dale. And it's all about what you see. And so when I talk about, stop talking about these Dusty Jeromes or these women or this ratchetness, you're drawing that to you.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it.
Yeah. That's why I don't say, like, number one, you won't hear me say there aren't good black women. I'll never, because
this is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I don't see them. I don't even see rash. All I see is amazing black women.
Have you ever seen Tyler Perry's wife?
No.
Oh my God, she is. So Glenn Cameron had said this and I laughed. She's like the new black woman, right? And it really is just a black woman doesn't fit the regular stereotype.
Okay.
And when he started saying that, I started seeing them everywhere.
Wow.
So Tyler Perry's wife, natural hair, long, slim, nice clothes, and she just, and then I started seeing it everywhere I go. I see those women. I be in yoga class. They're out there.
Yeah.
Living their best life.
Yeah.
It's just a choice. It's what we're feeding ourselves.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I remember this guy was like, I never see black people at the gym. I live in Austin. I go to the Round Rock gym over here where we were earlier. Okay. It's a nice one. It's new. Gold's gym. It'd be like 10, 12 black people every time.
Every time.
But there ain't no black people here. I see it every time.
But every time you say that, you cut your mind off to saying them. Yeah. Because when you say there's not, your mind agrees with you. Yep. And it shuts your eyes, and you walk past them, and you don't even recognize it.
And that's just with anything. That's with businesses. That's with opportunities. Yes. Oh, the houses are too expensive here. This is too expensive. And what you do is you're cutting off that just the vision, man.
Yeah. So how is recommendation on negotiating with companies? Number one, realize what value you bring to the table. Realize. So this is something you need to understand. Realize how much you make them, right? And then realize what their profit margin they're trying to make off of you, right? Because a company can never pay you what you're worth. That's one of the reasons I left. Because what they pay you and what you're worth, that gap is called their profit, right? And they need to make their profit. That's business. So I knew that. So find out what you're going to be worth to them as far as what you're actually making them, and then see if you can find out what their profit margin is, and then it helps you with negotiating. And always start off high. The only thing I can tell you is no. But typically we're scared to start off high, so it doesn't work. So then they can lowball us because they come to the negotiation scared, thinking you're gonna ask for this big number, and you start down here, so they like, okay, well, we're gonna go a little lower. So don't cheat yourself.
Well, also there's a study showing women don't even negotiate. On average, so they have a lawsuit in New York, and it was all these black nurses. They were on average making $20,000, $30,000 less. And everybody said, well, they just told me what my income was being. They said, well, honey, you always can negotiate.
Always.
You can always ask for more.
Always.
So they were suing, but when they went back looking through, all the white nurses said, I'd like $92,000. I'd like $92,000. Yeah. And so he's like, I don't care what they told you in the interview, you could ask for.
And that's why I think all of us should. So I feel like the one thing they've scared us from as a people is the sales environment. Because once you're in sales, you realize ask, right? You can ask. You can tell me no all you want, but you can't stop me from asking. And then I'm gonna ask again, and I'm gonna ask again. Yeah. Right. And typically that's how you get better in life in general. Like, she is amazing at what she does. The reason we're here is because I asked. Yeah. Hey, can we meet? Yeah. I was in Columbia. Hey, I'm gonna be in Austin.
I thought you were joking. People tell me they always gonna be in Austin.
I'm gonna be in Austin. Can we meet? I wasn't playing. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Austin. So yeah, just ask. Figure that out and then ask. I seen a person say, what should they do with, what advice would I have for 15,000?
They be having a lot in here. You gotta like.
Oh.
Okay.
The inheritance. Okay. So you have 15K inheritance. All right. The first thing I would do is find out what you want to do. Right? If you don't know what you want to do.
Right. And 15K. So 15K can be a lot and it can be enough.
Yeah, it could be.
You could get a rental property, cheap rental property. And see, here's what happens. People think this is my last lump sum money.
Yeah.
And it goes into scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
And so then you're like, now I'm always careful here on this channel. I try not to give y'all a direct plan because I don't know you, right? I need to know more parts about who you are to give you a better answer. But 15K, it depends on what you want to do. You can start a business. You can buy a truck with it. You gotta pay for a truck. You can.
I take 1,500 and flip it to a free life. So I mean, you can do it with 15K. You just have it's about
decision.
It's mindset, yo. You gotta pour it here first. That's what I would say. Pour it here first, because that's where it's at.
She said, I learned that you can also negotiate per diem, educational stipends, sign-on bonus.
You can negotiate everything. Everything. Vacation time.
Listen, my friend went from, so I told you about, I don't know how to probably get it, but here in Austin, they have a lot of engineers who burn out, and they'll give them 6 months. They're like, look, you get 6 months off, but you got to come back. If you don't come back, we charge you a little fee, right?
Okay.
And not necessarily a fee, it's like some kind of sign-on bonus. They got to give some of it back kind of thing. And people take it all the time, 6 whole months, and they come back.
Why not?
Why not? And so it just depends on if you ask.
Just ask.
Just ask. My friend Season, so she used to work at Samsung here before she moved. She had a baby, got married. And literally, they kept asking her. They'd be like, you want to go to Korea? She's like, for a week or a month, because she don't like Korea.
Right.
And they'd be like, nah, for a year. She'd be like, no, thank you. So then they kept asking her every week. They'd be, hey, just check to see if you change your mind. Because we don't know when we don't know at what point we're meeting them in the circle.
Exactly.
Where they'd be like, you know what, sure, why not? No. You just have to, so there's always, everything's up for negotiation.
Everything, man. Just don't be afraid of it. Just don't be afraid of it. That's
risk management. There's something called risk management for sure. And again, there's why that people always say invest in yourself first.
Always.
So you know what's best for you.
Always. I think the most important person you can know is yourself. I think we take so much time getting to know other people, you know, in relationships, but we never invest in a relationship with ourselves.
Who are you?
Yeah,
that's the #1 question.
Take yourself on a date.
Listen, I would go to country music concerts here by myself. I go to events by myself. People are like, you go by yourself. Yeah, I'm pretty good company, and I'm an extrovert. I'll talk to strangers at events.
Yeah, and I'm not even an extrovert. I'm an introvert. And
I believe it.
I moved to Columbia, and I didn't know one person.
You don't have to.
And I was like, all right, I'll figure it out. Wow.
Oh, I just put it up on the screen. I like this little thing, and let's put it on the screen.
Oh,
that's for sure.
I'm telling you, she's dope, yo. She be teaching me. She done taught me so much, though. I'm telling you. I invested a $5 thing of coffee, and yo, I'm so happy I paid for a coffee. Yo, anytime you need a coffee, I got you.
I'm gonna need a whole pizza.
I got you.
Oh wait, your card pays on Saturday.
Yeah. I'll see you there.
So look, we've been here about 1 hour and 3 minutes. I don't want to stuck up his whole day. You know, let him live his best life here because he just got his time. He can do what he want with it. But what are some takeaways you want to leave the audience with? And again, plug your book, we're going to put the links under the video. We are. Don't think we're not. I forgot about y'all. But.
So my first takeaway is be your best cheerleader. If you don't cheer for yourself, nobody will, right?
If you don't believe it.
Yeah, right. I used to look at the word believe, and I noticed it had lie in there. And I was just like, so what I started doing was studying words. And that the word lie doesn't mean to be false. It means to be in a state, right? So belief is being in a state. So I would say just get in a state of knowing that you can, right? Knowing it's possible.
The limits are only up here.
This is one of the things that I tell myself is, if I was to take, we could, any of these groups, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, any of them. If I was to take everything away that they had, right, and put them in my body and wouldn't give them anything, could they get back to where they were?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes, they could.
Here.
So if they could in my predicament, then it's all here.
So even what I tell people is, I can't fall off. Now hear me out. I've gotten this far. Even if I fell a little bit, wouldn't I know how to?
You know how to. That's why I tell people.
They'd be like, Erica, you can't gamble it all, honey. I can gamble it all and still get it back next month.
All of it.
Every penny.
All of it.
And it scares two of my friends. They'd be like,
all of it.
I'm like, girl, I'll sell everything.
Because we good. Like,
it's up here.
Once you know how to do it, and that's why I tell people, don't do the lottery. Like, not that you don't do it if you win. That's what's up. Holla at me. I would love to kick it on your money. But I just don't think the lottery is a good way to do it. Just because if you lose it, how do you get it back?
Because it wasn't made out of his hands.
Right. Like everything I'm doing now, I know how to do it. I've learned how to go from $35 clients to $20,000 clients to $11,000 clients. I've learned how to have those negotiations. I'm negotiating $100,000 contracts. And then you realize.
And you're speaking. You're doing speaking events.
I'm doing speaking events now.
If we slapped all his money out of his bank account, took his passport, everything, brought him back over here with one suit on.
Oh, I'll get it back. I don't even need a suit. Just give me a phone.
Yeah.
Give me a phone. Yeah. If you give me a phone, I will get it back. Because that's how I got it. I got it over the phone.
Yeah.
And being told.
And people are scared to talk on the phone. Again, I wrote my book called Smart from Millionaire, but I really would love a book say you got to talk to people.
You have to.
And you're an introvert. It's the prime example of you have to talk to people.
As soon as we get off this, I'll tell you this. I spoke on a cruise. There's another reason why I do your passion. I spoke on a cruise ship, right? So after I spoke, everybody was, I went back to being an introvert, and they were like, "Hi." Right? I'm like, because when I'm in my environment. I love doing this. I love helping people. I love teaching. After I get done, I get quiet. I'm the oldest of 8 children from my mother. I'm quiet. Like everybody else was talking. Like people were talking too much. So I get quiet now.
I'm sandwiched in between 2 siblings that are introverts. So they be like, girl, shut up.
See, and I've been one of them. I'm the oldest. I was like, I'm gonna just chill out. Let's I played football, and that was my release. And then once I come home and
but that's the yin and yang of everything.
Yeah.
So I have a friend who's an introvert, and he was like, boy, I can't wait to get out of this house and go and be quiet. And now he done had married a woman that's extrovert, and they got 5 kids.
Wow.
And they adopted the last 2. So, and he was just like, yes. But he said he got used to the noise of life.
Yeah.
And then when he went away, he was in the military, he was like, it's so quiet.
Yeah.
And so he's like, when I met her, she felt like home. And I was like, that's amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't got no kids. I don't know about that. I'm cool on the noise right now. Straight on
but
that.
You know what I'm saying? He said
because it does feel.
You've learned a pattern.
Yeah.
Large families are a whole ecosystem in themselves.
Oh, we are.
You got so many people you like.
Yeah.
It's something.
And you do miss the noise. It took me a while to get used to not having the noise, but I think having a football team was kind of like
yeah. Well, even I live in an apartment, but I'm building my house, and I was like, I stayed in the house with a nice pool and everything before this. So living in an apartment, I'm like, it's so loud. I can't get no rest.
Yeah.
They're like, it's a nice place, it's luxury. I don't give it.
Yeah.
You're used to a house, and so it's a training.
Yeah, it is.
Train yourself. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna roll it out. Yeah. You don't need to
plug? Oh, my book. So I wrote a book called Day Grades. I'll be forgetting. I wrote a book called Day Grades. So go check that out. If you are in the Delaware, I'll be speaking at the Unleash You conference with Trent Nelson, November 1st through the 3rd in Georgetown, Delaware. So I'll be flying up to Baltimore to do that. And then I'll be speaking at the University of Memphis. November 21st. So come holler at me. If you want my day grade system,
we will put the links below.
Yeah, we'll put that. Holler at me. Holler at me. I'll get it to you.
Instagram.
Instagram, AJ Vassar, AJ V as in Victor, ASSAR, AJ Vassar. Everything is AJ Vassar.
We're gonna get him put some cool pictures of.
Yeah, she got to work with me. I'm so bland. Like,
but that's okay.
Yeah.
There's a guy out there who wants to learn how to get free from his job and
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah.
And you fit that bill.
Yeah, because there's nothing special about me. I'm just me.
They gonna be wild in the comments. They gonna wow. So awesome info, inspiration. Thank you from a grandmother in Oklahoma.
Oh, thank you, Grandma.
Y'all getting wild in here.
Oh,
Be behaved. Yeah. Have your back before I have someone else. Yeah. So all right, you guys, thank you so much for being here today. Thank y'all. Y'all cutting up. I feel y'all. I'm reading your comments. Y'all better stop it. So thank you for coming here today. This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Also, shout out to Black Market Exchange investor. We got him an investor, so he can be looking good when he goes overseas.
And can I tell them to check out my YouTube channel that you'll be helping me get up? Yeah, that's what we're meeting about. My YouTube channel will be up soon. So
and give him feedback.
She gonna kick me in the butt to get it. So
all right, guys, powerful live stream. Thank you. All right, you guys, later.